parliament. So you blame your
It's the president that is controlling everything. That's why I'm saying that. Why can't we see private members be passed through our National Assembly of Parliament? It's only something that is coming out from the president or from the ruling party that can go through the National Assembly. If not nothing.
So like why is the ruling party not being patriotic? Why are the members of the ruling party not being patriotic?
The problem is at the top. Once President Probia is not for TQ, is not for the right channel, not making sure that those who are doing outing or Tavares are prosecuted, as I keep saying. You keep remaining on the same status quo, doing the same thing. We know very well that we are being ruled by leaders whom we think their brains are wine out. So we think a young, energetic young man like Eto'o is going in for this Fecafoot issue. It should be given the privilege in Cameroon case to rule Cameroon for the moment, because I think the brain of most of these our leaders are wine out. So most of them are no longer reasonable or no longer productive. So that's why they keep doing things waywardness. Backwardness.
Yes, talking about Eto'o Fils, who is one of the candidates at the upcoming elections at Fecafoot. He was in the southwest region of the country recently, and he had an encounter with a street vendor, a meat vendor on the street, and one of the mayors from the northwest region, Kanyang Wai, who is equally a film maker, lambasted Eto'o for not speaking or having a conversation in English language with the street vendor. Don't you think Eto'o is Eto'o qualified to lead when he cannot speak in English or speak English?
No, because the law, why be the constitution of the law of the Fecafoot, I don't think it says it is for the issue. This issue of language, knowing both language should be a problem, is one of the eligibility condition. First of all, I know to the best of my knowledge.
No, he has to win the hearts of delegates coming from.
But one thing I witnessed about
he is to rule football in Cameroon, not football in the French-speaking part of the country.
No, it's rule football in Cameroon.
Normally he is speaking English. It's just that day he has not spoken English.
What took my attention is not even this issue of language we are talking here. When Eto'o goes to a region where trouble region where we know whatsoever is going on in the region, he stands and start telling people that he's moving around without security. When we are seeing security on his side, to me it's provocative, because that's another way of telling the world that there's nothing going on in Anglophone region. That's what caught my attention on this, because it's unreasonable for a man like Eto'o who is doing, at least he ought to have made. It's true that there is war, but wherever I am in Limbe or wherever, I'm protected. Not when you go there to say that you are moving Limbe free without security. It means that there's nothing is going on. I just tell the international community that all what is happening that we are seeing on daily basis we are saying is fake, or is not, or in fact it's not true. It's not correct like that. We know that at least Eto'o is a young brain, and we are praying for somebody like him to win the election, even though they are acting out of illegality. Because I know that the court, the tribunal who is in charge of sport, has once more declared that whatever that is happening in Fecafoot to be illegal. So those are some of the problems we have with Cameroon. But if they can do their Cameroon way and do whatever he go with it, I think it will be good for Eto'o, because I think you can bring something new to Fecafoot.
You're equally a man of the law, and the Guardian Post newspaper is telling us this morning that over 78 lawyers have petitioned government over 500 land certificate application files that have been blocked at the level of FACO land office. And according to the said newspaper, the lawyers are saying that the FACO land office, or in Limbe 1, 2, and 3, the land commission have already approved the land certificate. So what is happening? This issue of land in FACO, have you been able to investigate and really find out what is happening in FACO, this issue of land grabbing, selling of land by administrators and whatever?
Well, let me say I don't have a little better knowledge to that effect, but I will keep saying that our problem, like I rightly say, is always at the top. Because when something is happening regularly within the subdivision or the divisional level, it's the place of the minister to do everything possible to make sure that he investigates and make sure that orders reign there. But when the minister is not doing so, I don't know if how the Cameroon government is being ruled. Because I know that when there's something like this, you need to contact the hierarchy, let's petition the hierarchy, and the hierarchy should do everything possible. Make sure that the problem is solved. Or you give it, because none of them, you cannot be said that because you are an administrator, you just go and sell people's lands because you are an administrator. You have no right to do such thing. The land here does not belong to the administrator.
So many of them have been selling, and so many people have been fighting them for selling the land. The issue of land is really a problem in that part of the country, in that division.
No, it's not reasonable at all, because we keep continuing calling the minister of the state section to do everything possible to make sure that the situation is looked into. The fact is the situation is laid to rest once and for all, so that we can end such things and give the privilege for those landowners to enjoy their land, and prevent these administrators who are selling the land from continuously doing such things.
Okay, thank you, Amadou Tante, for coming. Thank you to Bomotongina Gladys and the televiewers of My Media Prime for taking our time to watch the very first edition of the program for the week. which was produced for us by Christian Tebon, and we were Bomotongina Gladys and myself, Lasha Kingsley. Tomorrow is another day. Bye-bye.